This is Deuteronomy 28, and we're going to start at 15. It says, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I commanded thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field." I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shot there from the Chicago camp, coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sitting down. And once again, the curses are undefeated as we spotlight Mr. Shannon Sharp. All right. We all know this guy was legendary in the NFL game. You know, he played for a few years. All right. Then he got on to commentating, which he pretty much had, you know, a lot of the sports commentating he was in a pretty good position. I'll put it to you that way. The only other brother that I know that does sports commentating similar to him on his level is Stephen A. Smith. Now, this news of Shannon Sharp being fired from ESPN comes directly after this madness with the OnlyFans chick, okay? And it's one of those things where as you can see, it didn't take long for him to fall from the spotlight. All right, it was that one chick that was announced that I forgot the Jake chick. You know, they was trying to link Shannon Sharp to her, and he kind of got past that one, you know. And then he did his thing on YouTube, Club Shay, where he has probably one of the best interviews in YouTube history with Cat Williams. All right, that thing went super viral. All right, so you know his status blew up a little bit with that, and then the next thing you know, you got this OnlyFans chick that's talking about the rap hate issue. So he's like, you know what? We just gonna settle, even though the case, I guess, was dismissed with prejudice. Now the next thing you know, ESPN like, you gone, dude. I mean, that man fell from grace within like a year, and it just goes to show you that the curses are undefeated. The curses are undefeated. This is a telltale sign how you know that somebody is an Israelite, especially if they got some type of money and are in the position like Shannon Sharp. As it says, when you scroll down in Deuteronomy 28, how it says they'll be on you as a sign and a wonder. Yep, Deuteronomy 28 and 45. And it says, "Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed." All right. And Shannon Sharp is destroyed. His name, his image, his reputation, everything that he worked so hard to build over the past 20 plus something years, all right, has now gone down in flames. Like now he is a disgraced man. It says, "Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee." Right. Because these guys who got the money, they ain't thinking about Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. As the scripture clearly tells us that man, it's two I'm thinking about. We'll do It's the one that talks about give me neither poverty nor riches. Proverbs 30:8, it says, remove far from me vanity, like worthless things. What are the worthless things? The things of the world. All right. Being recognized by men, being popular, having a whole bunch of groupie bitches. Okay. All that stuff is vanity. As Paul said, man, I count all things dung. All right. For I think the majesty or glory of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, roughly paraphrasing. I don't want to get too far off the topic, but yeah, all these things in the world are pointless. They're of nothing. Okay, it says, remove far from me vanity and lies. It says, give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food convenient for me. That wasn't the one I was looking for, but that's okay. That works. Okay, because it's one that talks about lest if I have too much money, I forget about the Most High, or if I don't have any money, then I curse the Most High. That was the one I was thinking of, but this one works too. Okay, but that's the mentality of many of these famous people, man. They not thinking about Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. They all wrapped up in vanity. They're all wrapped up in lies. Okay, to them, this is the life. They feel that this is blessed. I have riches. I am blessed. There's a scripture on that, but I can't think of the wording to type it in. This is why it says that woe to them that are rich. I think it's in Luke. Was it Luke 14? Something like that? No, Luke 6:24. And it says, but woe unto you that are rich, for you have received your consolation. Right. A lot of these guys like Shannon Sharp, they think they blessed because they got riches and this is the life. All right. They don't have to listen to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. And because of that, the Lord eventually brings them to ruin. He eventually lets them know, like, hey, dude, you didn't get this because you so good. We're going to go back to that Deuteronomy 28:45. And it says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed, which Shay the Sharp is now. Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of Yahweh thy power to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder upon thy seed forever. And this is how you know that somebody is an Israelite. Because how else do you explain a man of Shannon Sharp's stature now being reduced to nothing? All right, as the scripture says, by the means of a harlot, a woman is reduced to a crumb of bread. All right. And we all know in this world, as a man, the last thing that you want on your reputation is them allegations from a woman talking about you done did the rapé. Because whether you're found guilty or whether you're found innocent, you can't escape it. And Shannon Sharp is now starting to realize the era of his ways, living a life that wasn't in the will of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Yeah, so that's all I wanted to say on this. I hope you all edified. To the next time, we're going to say Shalom.